Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I'm making this video as a channel update. Not going to be speaking about anything crypto or finance related or anything of the sort. As many of you know at this point, I've been away for the last few days because on Saturday my mom died unexpectedly. And so I hadn't put out anything on YouTube since then. All I did was I put out a tweet because I knew if I just vanished for like a week or whatever it ended up being, that people might be wondering what the heck happened. So I did put out one tweet, and that was it. So just a few things here. I honestly, when I hit record, I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, so we will find out together here. But I do want to say a few things. This isn't something that's going to be anything like even remotely resembling like a eulogy for my mother or tremendously in-depth things about her, because in thinking about talking about that type of stuff before recording, I was just like, how the hell do I even do that justice? So I just decided maybe for the time being best not to put additional pressure on myself, but I do want to say a few things anyway. First, though, I have to tell you, wow, truly touched by the tremendous support from everybody in the community. Wow. Like, here you can see on the screen here, this is the tweet that I put out November 13th, Saturday. I just wrote, "My mom died today unexpectedly. I will be away for a while." And over 6,100 people took the time to pause out of their day and send condolences. And I haven't met anyone in the community in person. Like, the degree to which this is touching, it's hard to put into words. And over 15,000 people clicking the heart button, all sorts of hundreds and hundreds of people retweeting this, just sharing the news. I just want to say, like, and I've said this before, the XRP community is the best community in all of crypto, and damn if you didn't prove me right. So I finally and mind you, please don't think if I don't reply or hit hard on every single one of these that I don't appreciate it. It's just, it is too much at this moment. But today I did finally have time to get on my Twitter account, and I read the direct messages that were sent my way, and I was able to respond to them. And so I just don't want anyone to think that I'm not appreciative or anything like that. Quite the opposite. I'm just blown away by the degree of support here. I really am. So it's excuse me, it's been something. Now as excuse me, as far as when I'll be getting back to business, I don't know. Don't worry, I'm not going away. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We haven't even had the funeral yet, so maybe I could at least maybe start easing back into it at some point in the not too distant future. And I do want to get back to normal, as much as one can do that after something like this happens. So I will be doing that. But I'm sorry I don't have a date. I'll update when I can. But I also have to say, as shocking as all this has been, and by the way, I've been through this before. My dad died unexpectedly 12 years ago when he was just 59, and my mom was just 67. And so I've been through this before, and it's not like you know, after this happens, you're never like quite the same necessarily, but time does something to help. It does. And so I understand all this. But wow, to have both parents just to lose them so prematurely. They were too young, both of them. And I'm grateful, though, because hold on. I'm grateful because growing up, my brothers and I had like a truly loving family. What an upbringing. And it's just, when you're a kid, you know, you can be bratty. Maybe you don't fully appreciate it. But I tell you what, as an adult, I get it. And given that our family was close and loving, the good news is there isn't anything between my mother and I, or my brothers, their relationship with my mom. There was nothing between any of us that was left like unsaid. And I'll speak for myself. I don't know for sure if my brothers did this, but anytime I was leaving my mother after seeing her, whatever we were doing, anytime we're wrapping up a phone call, I always told my mom that I love her, and she always did the same back. Sometimes I beat her to it, sometimes she beat me to it, but I am so thankful for that, just having that strong relationship. What an incredible, just loving person. And I actually I was supposed to see her on Monday, actually. So like my last communication with her, it was actually the night before we were texting, and we set up a little mother-son dinner date. And I was supposed to go out with her on Monday. And at least I am glad. So like there was that last little communication, and I'm looking at my phone right now, and her last text to me, it was fine. It said perfect. After we set up our arrangements for the dinner, she said, "Perfect. I can't wait to see you again." And I wrote back, "I look forward to it." I don't know if I'm going to upload this. I don't know. But my brothers, actually, I got 3 brothers, and 2 of them happened to have been out of town, and they both drove back in town upon the news of this, and so we gathered at her house and eventually opened up a bottle of wine, and then another, and then another. And just talking, sharing stories, and that part was actually really good to be able to do that. There was there's a moment when I was telling the story, and I did get a bit emotional, as I think which I think is understandable given the circumstances. But I also recognize that it can be uncomfortable being in the same room as like an adult man who was crying. And I understand that very much. And so, as I was crying, I said to my brothers, "I'm sorry for being a little bitch." I said, "I'm sorry for being a little bitch." And my older brother, he looked at me and he said, "No, Matt, you're not being a little bitch. You're being a huge bitch." I thought that was good. Sometimes in moments like those, a little bit of levity can go a long way. And he cried later, by the way, so it was okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I didn't know where I was going to go with this. I just wanted to at least provide an update, because for all the people that aren't on social media, well, congratulations for not being part of the cesspool that is Twitter, I suppose. Although it is good for the XRP community. That's seriously all I go on there for. It's just crypto and specifically XRP. But I knew that there would be people that would be unaware this happened, and I didn't want people wondering what was going on. So I thought, okay, I'm at a place where now I can just put something out there, and I might upload this. I might upload this. I don't know. But I guess I should. It could have been worse, right? So again, just I have to stress again how much I so sincerely appreciate all of the support. It's very meaningful to me, even though I haven't met any of you in person, and there are only so many that I've had, any sort of private correspondence, direct message, or whatever, But wow, it's it's something. Like, my jaw dropped when I saw how many people like cared enough to take a moment out of their day to do what they did. It is something. It really is something. So, I'm sorry we'll be away a little bit longer, and I wish I had a specific answer for what that means. But I will be back at some point. So. Oh, and by the way, everything in this video, I do want to be clear, it is financial advice. Everything in the video, it's also legal advice. Hell, it's medical advice, whatever. Because I'm not talking about any of those things. Oh, my. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there may be other things that maybe I wish I had said before I hit stop on this recording. But I guess that's the bulk of what comes to mind. I didn't want to overdo it, and I don't know. What the hell is right in a situation like this anyway? I don't know. I'm winging it. I don't know. Just doing something. So, anyway. Things will be okay. You know, it's stuff like this, and so many of you, I know you've all been through stuff like, we've all been through stuff like this, right? Even if you haven't lost a parent to this point, like, but you just move forward and you get through it, and things do get better, and that's the truth. So I'm looking forward to that. So, all right. I guess I'll wrap up there.